Hey there, Cubs Nation. Welcome back to another episode of High and Tight Cubs in 5. I'm CJ, your passionate Cubs fan, here to ride the emotional roller coaster of our favorite team. And with me, as always, is Ethan, the analytics wizard who keeps us grounded. Ethan, how are you feeling about the Cubs these days?
Hey CJ, I'm feeling great. The Cubs are really giving us a lot to talk about, especially sitting at second in the NL Central, just a game behind the Brewers. The numbers are looking promising, and I can't wait to dive into them with you.
Oh, I can already feel the tension in the air. Those Cardinals games are going to be something else. Remember that benches clearing moment after the final out last season? That's the kind of drama that gets my heart racing. But Ethan, hit us with some player performances from this week.
Absolutely. It's like we're riding that 2016 World Series vibe again. We had some thrilling games, including Seiya Suzuki's electric first-pitch homer against the Red Sox. Can you believe it, CJ? That kind of start just sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Seiya's homers always get me pumped. And what about that gem from Boyd? 7 innings of pure dominance. It felt like every pitch was perfectly placed. I could almost hear the crowd roar from my living room.
Boyd's performance was indeed spectacular. He continues to dominate with a 2.45 ERA and a whip of just 1.05. He's striking out batters at a rate of 9.5 K9, which is right up there with the league's elite.
Those numbers make my heart sing, Ethan. And speaking of singing, how about that 3-run homer from McGuire on the south side? That was a thing of beauty, a true momentum shifter.
McGuire's homer was certainly a highlight. His hard hit percentage is an impressive 45.2%, and he's really making a name for himself in clutch situations. But let's also talk about the Cubs' top 30 prospects list. There are some future stars in the making, and it's exciting to see how they'll shape the team's future.
Oh, prospects! They're like the secret sauce to future success. Tell me more, Ethan. Who should we be keeping an eye on?
Well, there's Pete Crow Armstrong, of course. He's having a 2020 season, which is phenomenal. When you compare him to other top prospects, he's right up there, not just in the Cubs system, but across the league. And then there's Brennan Davis, who's showing remarkable progress. His ability to draw walks and his improving plate discipline are things to watch.
Hearing about these young guns makes me so hopeful. It's like seeing the next generation of Cubbies ready to take the torch. And speaking of torches, let's talk trades. The deadline is coming up, and I'm sure the Cubs are going to make some moves.
That's right, CJ. The Cubs are likely to focus on bolstering their rotation and bullpen. With the team so close to the top, acquiring a solid pitcher could be the key to overtaking the Brewers. Plus, third base is an area where they might look to add depth.
Trade talks always get my adrenaline going. It's like assembling the final pieces of a championship puzzle. And what about injuries? Any updates there?
The latest on injuries is mostly positive. The Cubs have managed to keep key players healthy, which is crucial as we head into the latter part of the season. Brown struggled a bit in his return from AAA, but the expectation is he'll pitch in bulk or length, which should help the bullpen.
That's good to hear. We need everyone at their best for this playoff push. And speaking of what's next, let's preview the upcoming schedule. We've got some pivotal matchups on the horizon with the Cardinals, and you know how those games tend to get a little heated. It's the kind of series that can really set the tone for the second half of the season.
Yes, the Cardinals series is always intense. Historically, these games are full of drama, and given our current standings, they could be season-defining. The Cubs need to capitalize on these opportunities to keep pressure on the Brewers.
I can already imagine the atmosphere at Wrigley. It's going to be electric. And let's not forget, these games are a chance for fans to show up and support the team. Speaking of which, if you haven't voted for the All-Star game yet, now's the time. Ethan, any specific player highlights to get the fans excited?
Definitely, CJ. Nico Herner has been on fire, leading the team with a .320 average and a BABIP of .345. His ability to get on base consistently makes him a key player for the Cubs. And then there's Ian Happ, who, with a hard hit percentage of 48.3%, is always a threat at the plate.
Nico and Ian are definitely worth those all-star votes, folks. Let's show them some love. And speaking of love, Ethan, do you have any final stats to leave our listeners with?
Certainly, CJ. Here's one to ponder. The Cubs pitching staff has a collective FIP of 3.78, which is among the best in the league. This indicates that even if their ERA slightly fluctuates, the underlying performance remains strong. It's a testament to the consistency and depth of this squad.
Love it, Ethan. That's the kind of stat that gives us hope for the rest of the season. Well, Cubs fans, that's a wrap for today's episode of High and Tight, Cubs in 5. Keep the faith, keep cheering, and we'll catch you next time. Go Cubs!